good looking. I have a question to ask you. Do you hate push-ups? Well, if you do, then you are going to love this upper body workout. There are no push-ups in this workout. This is all dumbbell exercises, and we will hit every muscle from the waist up. You're gonna love it. Now you need some tools for this workout. So I would love for you to grab a few pairs of dumbbells from light to moderate, and you should also have access to a wall. However, that's not a total deal breaker if you don't have one. Now for reference for dumbbells, I'm using a pair of 5s, 8s, and 10s. You ready? Awesome, let's go get warmed up. Why, hello there. I'm PJ from fitnesswithpj.com and over50fitness.co. And if you are watching this on YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button so we can keep training together. And those of you that are enjoying this workout ads-free on the Over 50 Fitness platform, head to our private Facebook community after this workout and let me know what you thought of it. Now let's get warmed up and I'll chat about the workout as we do. Feet apart, abs engaged. Start with alternating arm circles going backwards, really exaggerating your range of motion here. Now, if you are part of the 12 days of Christmas, welcome to day 8. I am wearing Christmas black for you. And as mentioned in the intro, this is all upper body. 4 more here. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Beautiful. Now open and close the arms. When we open, the upper back gets a nice spread in the shoulder blades, and then we open the front, and the chest gets a nice opening. Different arm on top each time. Now, we are going to be doing this workout in groupings of 2. So the first 2 exercises will hit our back muscles, next 2 our chest muscles, next 2 our biceps, next to our triceps, last to our shoulders, and then guess what? We ladder back up again. 45 seconds are on the clock, and this is going to be intense. So I went a little lighter with my dumbbells. If you have options to go lighter for you, please do so. If not, you know what? You just slow down your reps if you have 1 pair of dumbbells and, join us when you can. Last 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Shake it out. Now just take 1 dumbbell for me. Hold on to the post and a heavier one if you can. And just press up. Just doing a really light lift to get into the chest, triceps, and shoulders. Back is supported. Back of the neck is long. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, 1 more. 1. Now hold on to the post in a diamond-shaped formation with the hands and then angle the dumbbell away from the head. Slowly drop the dumbbell behind the head for a pullover to warm up into your lats and triceps. Now anchor your low back so it doesn't lift. And again, we're lifting light here. This shouldn't be a struggle whatsoever. We're just, as mentioned, warming up, getting ready for the strength exercises. Last 3, 2, 1 more. 1. Beautiful. Come into a standing position. Dumbbell in front. Again, just light dumbbell, 1 only. Curl to press and then release. Again, light in the weight of the dumbbell and just warming up now into the elbow joint, continuing into the shoulders and all the muscles that connect those 2 joints. 1 more. Release. All right, our first movement pattern is a dumbbell row, so we'll be bent over. I'm going to use my 10s for this. Feet hip width apart for me. Now hip hinge. Bring the dumbbell slightly ahead of the shoulders and drive both of them up at the same time, squeezing the shoulder blades, and then straighten the arms. Nice and slow and controlled. Upper body is parallel to your floor. We aren't rounding your low back. There's no discomfort in that low spine area. So you want to make sure, keep going, that hinge is from the hip joint. So you soften the knees, push the bum back, and then hinge forward. Working into your lats, mid-back, rear delt, and biceps with this. A couple more reps. Time. All right. You may want to drop your dumbbells to a little lighter. Feet are hip width apart. Dumbbells aren't touching. This is a wide, high pull, still focusing into our back and rear delt. We pull up, and the dumbbells come up a little higher than the head there, or sorry, than the chin, I guess would be better. All right. So bring up, lead with the elbows, and then let the knuckles rotate back a bit to face the wall behind you. Great job. Now the rest of the body is still, all right? You're rooted, nothing's moving. You've got a lot of core activation, believe it or not. And, whoo, you're feeling this in the upper back, yeah? Or am I the only one? Now our next movement patterns will focus on the pecs, front shoulder, what we call the anterior deltoid, and your triceps. And we'll start on the mat in 3, 2, 1, release. All right, grab the heavier of the dumbbells that you own. Get yourself down, feet close to the bum, and let's add a bridge, okay? And then bring the elbows, line them up with the shoulders, and then slide them forward slightly. Now press straight up for chest press and back down. Good, squeeze through the glutes, don't flare the rib cage. As mentioned, now we're hitting pecs, front shoulder, and triceps. Our next exercise, we'll hit pecs and front shoulder again, and we'll be doing it standing. Take that movement slow and controlled. When the arms are straight, give the pecs a little squeeze. Back of the neck is long. Time. All right, standing. I'm going to take my 8s now, so you might want to go down a bit. Palms facing me, and you're going to lift and go across the body for what we call an upper chest lift. Up. Good. Now, as you come up and above the shoulder, the opposite shoulder, give the pecs a squeeze and release. So, working a different range of motion to work into your chest than what we just did with the presses. Woo. Which is what we want to do when we think about strength training is hit all the different muscle fibers in different planes of motion, not always going in that same plane, because you'll only hit certain fibers of that muscle. Moving into our biceps, and a couple more reps. Time. All right, we want to hip hinge with this. It's a bent over bicep curl, so you might want to stay light with this, all right? Hip hinge, arms are down. Now, we don't want to swing. We want to curl the hands up to the shoulders and then straighten. Curl and straighten. Now, if this is really bugging your low back, don't sacrifice your low back just to do the damn exercise, okay? Stand, all right? Do the curls like so, at which point you could probably move up in dumbbells. Deal? Perfect. Now, the next exercise is against a wall, so we really isolate the biceps and don't let the triceps do any of the work. If you don't have a wall available to you, if you've got furniture against it or whatnot, no worries, you'll do it standing. Time. All right. Against a wall, I need to go to the one end because it's not very secure in the center there. Now I want you to place the arms back so that the triceps, the back of your arm, are touching the wall, okay? Arm is straight, now curl up, keep the triceps against the wall and straighten the arm. Sometimes, and we might even not notice we're even doing it, when we do a bicep curl, we could get into a swinging action, and that's going to get the shoulders and the triceps involved. Here, you can't swing, can you? Nope. So you might have to drop down on weight. This is a little tougher than a regular bicep curl. Now my feet are away from the wall. My low back is kind of pressed into the wall a bit. Back of the head is against the wall, so slide the chin in. And then most important part, triceps stay in contact with the wall for the entire exercise. Let's do one more. release. All right, behind head tricep extension. I'm going to grab onto my heavier dumbbells of the two, come down onto one knee. I prefer this for my low back. Diamond shape with the arms, arms straight up, and bend the elbows, dumbbell coming behind, and straighten. You can definitely do this standing. You don't have to be half kneeling like I am. I just find it's a little easier on my low back. So you can have the legs staggered back. So now our focus is into the triceps. Woo! Behind the arm there. Straighten your arms fully as you come up with that dumbbell. Last 10 seconds, and then we're standing for tricep kickbacks. One more rep. Time. Woo! All right, I'm going to go down to my 8s. So it's a hip hinge. That's uber important, you guys. I don't want you to feel this in your low back. All right, elbows up, glue the shoulder joint in that position, and then just kick the hand back. Now, when the arms are straight, give a squeeze of those triceps. Good. Upper arm is parallel to your floor. And as mentioned, you really want to focus on squeezing the triceps when the arms are straight. Moving on to the shoulders in 10 seconds, and we'll be doing the next two movements seated. So you're going to want your lightest pair of dumbbells as well as a moderate pair handy. One more rep. Time. All right, so get yourself set up. I'm starting with my 5s, my light pair. Now, I want you to sit up nice and tall, so we're using your posture muscles and your core. All right, arms down by your side, right out to your side. Lift up to shoulder height only and release. So we're only going through sort of a 3/4 patterns of your side lateral raises. We're not rounding in the low back, so if you're having a heck of a time, you can do this half kneeling, or if you've got a pillow or something, place it under the bum, but I want you to sit up nice and tall. All right, good. Knees are bent, that's going to help you out. Now, I'm not going to lie, these last two exercises are going to suck because then when the timer goes, we ladder back up and do them right away again. So yeah, this is intense. How's that posture? You still sitting nice and tall? Good job, you. Time. Woo. And you'll feel hip flexors as well, right up there in the hips. All right, for the final exercise, it's a seated press. So I'm going to try my 8s, sitting nice and tall. Hands will be at the shoulders. All right, here we go, nice and easy, one at a time. Okay, or more advanced, both arms. Now, what are you doing with that posture? You got it, sitting nice and tall. This should be uncomfortable in the legs and in the hips a bit. So here is the scoop. This is the last one of the series. Now we ladder back up. So when the timer goes, we only get a 15-second break, and then we do this one again. Time. Whew. Maybe stretch out those hips if they're starting to cramp up. All right, so it's side lateral raises. Or no, it's shoulder presses. Oh my goodness. What did I just say? Yeah, I know. Ready? Same thing. Go. Oh yeah. This is now what separates the women from the girls. Just a few more reps, little breather, and then we move into our side lateral raise. Time. Holy moly. All right. So again, I'm using 5s. If you're using heavier than 5s, I bow down to you and your awesomeness. All right. So sit tall, arms out, and you want them right out to your side. Lift up just to shoulder height. Take a look, and then lower. So constant tension in the side delt here, or what we call your medial deltoid. Woo, baby. We're standing for some tricep kickbacks coming up. Standing is going to feel real good, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Bend the knees if you need to, if that helps out the hips. I'm finding it's helping me a bit. Okay, last couple of reps. Come on at home. Join me. Let's do it. Let's do it. One more time. Holy moly. All right, here we go. I'm going to use my 10s for my kickbacks. Oh, shake out the hips. All right, it's a hip hinge. Woo. Elbows up and kick back. Nice and slow and controlled. Last few reps, behind the head, tricep extensions coming up. Let's see if we can get 2 more in here. One more, come on. Time, nicely done. All right, once again, I'm gonna do it half kneeling, but you can also do it like so, okay? And that might actually feel nice to stretch out that back hip. Here we go, ready? So we've got a bit of a, what we call a diamond hold for the dumbbell. Drop it behind the head, straighten the arms completely. We move on to our biceps after this. Against a wall, if you've got it handy, placing the triceps right up against that wall while we curl the hands up. Holy cow, triceps are burning out. Time. Woo! All right. Here we go. I'm going to use my 10s against a wall. If you've got access to it, we're not worried too much about the legs, so they're going to be out in front of us. What we do want are the triceps right against the wall. Curl up. Good. Now slide the chin in, back of the head against the wall. Good. Keep the contact with the wall and your triceps. Ten more seconds, moving into bent over bicep curls. Whoa, holy moly. All right, I'm dropping down to my 8s for this one. Remember, if this bothers your low back, do it standing. Yeah. Don't as again, sacrifice one body part to get a movement in. Here we go. Hip hinge, curl up. We're not moving the elbow. They're going to stay right underneath the shoulders. What we're doing is curling the hands up towards the shoulders. Last few reps. Moving into our chest movements coming up, and we start with the standing upper chest lifts. Time. Whew. All right, I'm keeping my 8s. Remember this guy? We're going to squeeze the pecs as we kind of scoop up on a diagonal pattern. Palms facing up to your ceiling. Let's give it a try. Here we go. Scoop and lower. Now, what's the rest of the body doing? The rest of the body is staying stable. So you're not twisting as you're scooping, all right? A lot of core here, a lot of body awareness. And if you found you weren't twisting, and I mentioned it, and then you kind of took note of it, that you're like, no, I'm pretty stable, then good for you. You've got good body awareness. If you found you were twisting, then we just need to focus on keeping you grounded, keeping you in this position, and then pretty soon you will muscle memory that position, and it'll make your days of lifting weights a lot easier because you'll have that body awareness. We're taking it down on the mat for our dumbbell chest press. One more here. Time. All right, so I'm going to my 10s. In theory, I could probably have gone heavier, but oh well. Now, if you can, give me a hip bridge. Elbows are in front of the shoulders and press up. So pecs, front shoulder, and triceps on this guy. And again, when the arms are straight, dumbbells are touching just above the chest. Maybe give a little squeeze of your pecs, get a little bit more. Time. All right, standing. Last 2 moves. First is that dumbbell high pull. Knuckles are going to kind of rotate to the wall behind you. Good. Stable in the upper body. Feet shoulder or hip width apart. Knees are soft. Good. So lead with the elbows, and then you kind of rotate the palms up a bit. Now don't fling the arms, right? You're using your muscles to do the action. So your lats, biceps, rear delt, and mid-back muscles. Oh boy, getting tired. How about you? Yeah, we've been lifting nonstop for almost 25 minutes. Time. Woo! All right, final exercise, I promise. Dumbbell row, bent over row. So keep the heavies or the heavier of the ones that you have available. It's a hip hinge. Arms are slightly ahead of the shoulders. Both arms come up. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Good, not rounding your low back. Looking ahead slightly, so we've got that neck positioning as well. Oh my goodness, look who decided to show up. Hello, Mr. George. Hello, you never come in here. Good boy. You say hi to everybody on YouTube? They've missed you. That's a good boy. Wow, George hasn't done this in a long time. Time. Good job, you. Grab a sip of water. If you're new to the channel, this is my 2-year-old shepherd, George. Him and my other dog were playing, and one of the lights that I use here fell, and ever since then, he's been terrified of this room. Haven't you, bud? All right. Using a wall, or you can also use a door frame, you want the right elbow at shoulder height, and then the forearm and palm resting against your wall or door frame, and then lean forward and look over that left shoulder. George, those are fake plants. This is a nice stretch for the chest. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. As I mentioned, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you click subscribe down below. And if you are on YouTube and want to support the channel, everyone over on Patreon, it is due to their amazingness that we can keep this channel running. And for those that join at community status, they get extra perks. So you can check out the information down below. Other side. Here we go. Lean forward and now look over that shoulder. This is a really nice stretch if you have a job where you're seated, especially in front of a computer, or driving a lot for your job. Keep holding this. But when we do those positionings, we kind of get in this internal rotation rounded position with the upper back, and that stretch kind of pulls everything back. All right, release. Let's take ourselves down to stretch into the lats. Big toes together, knees are open. Walk your arms forward, and they're the shoulder width apart, and just sink your bum back, forehead to the ground, and hold. Hey, buddy, are you going to lie down or just pace around me? Hi, thanks for the kiss. So we're lengthening down the sides of the back, hitting into your lats. Come on up, thread your right arm under, palm up, sit back, stretching into the right upper back area. Now this left arm, you can walk it forward or maybe join me and walk it around your body and grab onto your right thigh. Well, George didn't last long over here, did he? Oh well, baby steps. It's been months. He won't come in here. My vicious 100-pound shepherd, afraid of the living room. Come on up. Thread the left arm under now. And the other arm can be straight up or wrap it around the body and grab onto your left thigh. And release. Little back extension movement, just because we did do some forward folds there. Just drop onto the hips, elbows under shoulders, shoulders away from the earlobes, and just let the belly button drop towards your mat, extending into your low spine. If you find that there's pinching happening in the low back with this, just walk your arms forward a bit more. And then come on up. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below, and Over 50 Fitness people, head over to the private Facebook page and let's have a conversation there. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next workout. Bye.